Hello, everyone. Dr. Victoria Scribo here, speaking to you from the Seeds of Transformation Healing Center in Wareham, Massachusetts. It is time for the December Taroscopes. Boy, these months are flying by, are they not? So this will be the December Taroscope for Taurus, the sign of Taurus. And of course, Taurus is a Venus ruled sign. And Venus, as it moves into December, is in the sign of Sagittarius. It spends part of the time of December in Sagittarius and moves into Capricorn on the 9th of December. Now, if you were going to be more comfortable with a Venus, you'd probably be more comfortable with the Venus in Capricorn. Venus in Capricorn likes to take things in a not slow for slow's sake, but pragmatic, careful manner. Venus in Capricorn understands how much hard work it takes to amass or to have resources that are available to you. So that's very comfortable for the Taurus. Sag, on the other hand, is a little bit of a, eat, drink, and be merry, for tomorrow we may die kind of attitude, sort of a freewheeling, opportunistic energy, and Taurus not generally okay with that. So for most of December, it seems, with Venus in Capricorn, you're at least the ruler of your planet, or the ruler of your sign, is sort of in concert with the way you feel about things. The things that are important to you are probably important to that Venus in Capricorn as well. I believe Venus is in Capricorn for the rest of the month. Let me check. This is going to be mostly the chart anyway, but let's see here. Where's Venus? Venus. Yeah, so Venus is in Capricorn from the 9th to the end of the year. So so that's comfortable for you. We do have a full moon on the 7th of December. Isn't that like victory over Japan? VE Day? Anyway, I know it's an important, or was it Pearl Harbor? Could have been that. It could have been the day that lived in infamy. Obviously, I haven't done I haven't studied that in a long time. So thank you for forgiving me on that one. We do have Mercury in Sag, then Mercury moves into Cap. And so our mind is on more practical matters, perhaps. But it does actually, I think Mercury goes retrograde towards the end of the year here. Yeah, Mercury goes retrograde on the 29th. So it's slowing down. It's pretty slow as it moves through Capricorn, I believe, right? Yeah. So Mercury actually goes into Capricorn before the full moon. That full moon in Gemini is going to highlight your house of resources. So you may get a gift, or you may get an illumination about how much something's going to cost. So one or the other. It doesn't mean you can't do it. It just means you're going to know. All right. Let's see what else. We have the Sun make a sextile to Saturn on the 12th. That's helpful. That's a stabilizing energy but the same week we have the Sun square Neptune, and that's not quite as stabilizing. So there's a balance. There's always a balance in December between the possibilities and the excitement and getting like caught up in the fever of the holidays, or just this, although obviously COVID has put a kibosh on a lot of that stuff. Not so much that it's stopping us now, but it slowed us down quite a bit, I think. And some people are still trying to get out of that, super like sedentary or stopped sort of energy. Of course, you have Uranus in your sun sign now, Taurus. So that would have been you in spades, except until like what, 2017, when it moved into was it 2018 when it moved into Taurus, and then not too much stability for at least 7 years, right? Okay. All right, let's take a look at Taurus. And I'm going to use the good tarot for Taurus because Tauruses are good. All right. Have a great holiday. The new moon is on the 23rd. That's in Capricorn. That would be an opportunity for you to have some fun. That might be a fun moon for you. Yeah, you could definitely do that. Fun. Of course, Christmas Eve, and then Christmas is right after that. Hanukkah. So there'll be a lot of people celebrating anyway. But I think for you, it's especially pleasant. All right, let's take a look. See what's going on. What does Taurus need to be aware of for the month of December? That is Taurus sun, Taurus moon, Taurus rising. Trying to think of famous Tauruses that are in the news that we might also see. Can't think of a one. George Clooney, he's a Taurus. Although I don't follow George Clooney, so that's not going to be helpful. I'm not going to be able to see. Who else? Who else is a Taurus that I care to know? Still can't think. Oh, well. It's like when I do the Cancer rising, or even the Sag rising. I mean, the Sag or the Cancer chart readings, you can apply it to like the United States chart. Do Scorpio, you can apply it to Biden, Gemini, Trump, stuff like that, if you want. If you don't care about any of those things, great. You probably have much healthier than most. Okay. All right, let's see. Well, of course you probably care because you wouldn't be watching me, but you don't make it an overriding thing in your life. Okay, let's see. What do we have here? Taurus. Ooh, love, love, love. So there's a choice to be made around love, around your ability to respond to a situation. The 6 is it's actually a Gemini card. The Lovers is a Gemini card, and it is the energy of duality. We live in a dual universe, and so there is where there's always two sides to everything, right? And so with this in the center, I think you're at a point where you're seeing both sides of the situation. You're sort of standing in the doorway, waiting for making a decision. You've come to a point where you have to make a decision. All right, let's see. Crossing it is the Queen of Earth. It seems like it's a financial decision. Oh, don't Tauruses love financial decisions? Probably more than other people, but still, a decision is a decision. There's a question of value. Whatever choice that you have to make at this time, you really have to take into consideration the values that are expressed within that choice. you must pick what you value. Okay, you have to make sure that the choice you make doesn't put you in less of a stable situation, perhaps. Well, let's continue. Let's continue. I can't just tell by that. Let's see what's at the root. So we have the Nine of Fire at the root here. The Nine of Fire is somebody who is very inspired. There's a deep, oh, yikes, excuse me, I just dropped the plug. There's a deep inspiration here. I don't have a lot of room. I'm in like this tiny little cubby that you can really only fit one person in. So when I drop stuff, it's a problem. Yeah, so this is somebody who's inspired enough, right, to continue the fight, to continue to stand up for the truth, to continue to stand up for what you believe in. Okay, so I think this choice is a challenge to your financial situation. But at the root of it, I think it's something that a deeply held truth for yourself. Let's see what's in the past. We have the Strength card, and you've been strong. You've had to be strong. You know that you're strong enough. This card is also about having your voice heard. The Strength card is located on the tree of life in the throat chakra, in this area right here, right on. I don't know. Can you see it right here? But it's blue. Yeah. Let's see. Do this right there. That's where. And that, if you overlay the chakra system, is the throat, and the throat is ruled by Taurus. So it's important that you say your piece. It's important that you speak up, and you're not really shy to do that. It's not like you're like, I don't want to say anything. No, people know. All right, you have the Temperance card. You have to not get caught up in extremes. If the decision that's before you is one which may seem extreme to others, then it may not be the best situation. This card counsels patience. It counsels that you carefully, each step that you take, you carefully discern. And when you feel yourself, see, the thing is, when you feel yourself sort of getting pulled off to one side, that's when you have to kind of right the ship. We have the Four of Air, which is rest in the immediate future. So what I'd like you to do, Taurus, my hair was on the card, is take the time you need. There is no reason that you need to make the decision right now. You see it, you're pondering it. A decision does not have to be made immediately. You really need to think about it. You need to take the time that you need. You don't want to do anything in a situation where it's like, well, what are you going to do? And you're like, that. Like, no, you want to have time to really think about it. You need to stabilize your mind a little bit. And rest and relaxation is a great way to do that. Even isolation to a certain extent. Self-isolation, not that anybody, sent you to your room and you can't come out. And choosing situations or spending time in situations where you can have the time to think and be balanced and sort of put the swords down and not have an argument and the like. How it's seen from the outside, that you have a choice to make, the Two of Air. Well, obviously this choice isn't just for you, I guess. People see your domestic situation, the 8 of Fire, there's a lot of information that's going to be coming in. And I think that's why you can't make the decision yet. It's not that, it's like all the information isn't in, and you will get it. It's all coming, and it's going to come fast. And it may even be hard to, because it comes so fast, it may be hard for you to discern. So you need to like put it all out in the front, all out. So if it's a financial decision or some sort of, maybe reverse mortgage, I don't know, really think about it, right? Really sort of put it all out and see how the information coming in. I guess what these cards are saying is before you make a decision, you need more information. I think that's what these are saying. Your hopes and fears. Oh, you might actually have a little bit of an entrepreneurial like light go off, right? This is a hope and a fear. So I think that whatever this decision may be around, it's probably around some sort of pet project or something that you really are kind of really excited to do, really inspired to do. But they're just saying, take it slow. It doesn't mean it's a bad idea. It just is. If it's a good idea, it's as good as you think it is, you need to give it the time to mature and to figure things out and to have patience, And we have the 9 of Water, and the outcome, that is having your wishes come true, right? But the 9 of Water is always, there's always a little bit of illusionary quality to the water cards, especially the 9 and the 10. But it's still a positive card. Let's see if we can get a major arcana. We have the Queen of Water. That's the Queen of Cups. So that's psychic. And transformation. This is the Death card, actually, but it's about change. So change is here, change is coming, change is happening. So by the end of the month, things will change. I think you just need to take time because it's not quite ready. Something has to happen first. And it has to be, and it could be just having to let go of something. Maybe let go of the way you think it's going to happen or something, but I do think that it's going to show itself. Yes. And underneath it, we have the Ace of Pentacles, the Hanged Man, which is delay, and the 5 of Fire, which is creative ideas. So keep thinking about whatever this decision is, keep thinking about it. You don't have to decide. Take your time, which you don't usually have to say to Taurus, but with Uranus in your sign, it's hard to know. My father-in-law is a Taurus and a German Taurus, born in Germany, and he was always the guy that was always there, and this, that, and the other thing, and then Uranus goes into Taurus, he meets a woman, and now he lives in a different state. I mean, it was just like out of the blue. I'm getting married. Okay. He's in his 80s, which is so sweet. But it was unexpected. And that happened once Uranus went into Taurus. And so normally you would say, oh, Taurus, you don't have to worry about them. They wouldn't make those kind of like off the cuff decisions. And I'm not saying my father-in-law's decision was a bad one. He's very happy. So God bless him. But it surprised us. Anyway. But this is saying just wait for more information to come in. There are some things that have to come in. Things are going to change. It might actually make it easier for you to be successful at whatever it is that you want to do. There's a lot of shifting going on anyway. There's a lot of shifting in the power structures. There's a lot of shifting, just in general, and then in countries, and then with information and data and all of this stuff. It's just all very, that's a lot. And you just don't really know, like the next day, everything could change. So you can't live that way. You can't say, well, tomorrow everything might change. You still got to live your life, right? But the cards say, wait, okay, that's what the cards say. And the planets say, have some fun. So keep an even keel, have some fun. Love is the answer. Lover's card. Love is always the answer, by the way. Follow your heart. Follow your heart. All right, guys. Have a wonderful December. Whatever holiday you may celebrate, may it be a merry, happy, jolly, blessed holiday. Peace to all you out there. Thank you for all your support. Thank you for your thumbs up. Always helpful, for sharing my videos, for being a Patreon, being a patron, if you happen to be one of my patrons, and just for spending time with me. Time is a precious commodity, and I'm grateful and honored that you give me the time. Okay, guys, take care. Much love. Namaste.